Hi, my name is Marvin Diaz. I'm going to present my dashboard and the insights that I got from the MLB attendance data. The information that I used was the World Series attendance and gate receipts and the World Series history, both from the Baseball Almanac website. We can see here the MLB World Series insights from 1903 to 2023. We can use the sidebar on the left to select range of years and explore key insights. The chart number one, it shows the yearly gate receipts. Um, this chart illustrates the growing commercial value of the MLB World Series over the time, interrupted by major events like labor strikes or pandemics. It visually supports the story of MLB's increasing monetization nowadays interest, especially since the 1980s. We can see a drop in 1994. Let me put it here. This drop aligns with MLB strike when the World Series was cancelled. In the late 90s to 2000s, there was a sharp rise and high volatility. Some peaks exceeded 40 million, especially around 2001. Will always be remembered for the patriotism and heroic tributes in the wake of the 9/11 terrorist attacks. The chart number two, it shows the average ticket price. This chart displays the estimated ticket price for each MLB World Series year by calculating estimated ticket price. That was calculated from the gate receipts divided by the attendance. This graph captures the long-term monetization of fan attendance, showing how MLB World Series ticket prices have evolved over the time. There is an outlier point. We can see here in 2020, due to the pandemic, where limited attendance caused high average price when dividing gate receipts by a very small number of fans allowed. We have different statistics here in the graph number three. We have a drop down menu. Well, we can see appearances, wins, losses, and top 10 attendance years. Also, the most common games played. And appearances, um, we can see that the team that which most appearances was the New York Yankees, over 40. Second, St. Louis Cardinals. Third, New York Giants. Um, Wins, the team that have won more um, Major League series, it was the New York Yankees, which are over 25. I would say around 27 wins. Second, St. Louis Cardinals, and Boston Red Sox third. LA Dodgers at number four. Losses, it's showing the New York Yankees with more losses. That's because they appear more in the finals. Um, so they lost over 12 games. But as we saw in the previous graph, they have won the most. The top 10 attendance years, we can see here that there are 4 years at the end of 1950s. That decade was a transformation of Major League Baseball to team relocations. We can point out that in 1959, the Dodgers moved to LA. That drew intense excitement from California fans. And they faced the Chicago White Sox in the World Series. That was the first appearance from the White Sox since 1919. And then we can see here the most common Plains games are number 7. Um, at the beginning, the first years were showing to get the World Series title. It was over. it was the 9 games total, but starting late in the 1920s, to be the winner has to get the best of 7 games. We can see here, which is the most common. The games in series played at 7. And then we can see a league comparison, which league has more wins, which is over all the years, starting 1903s. The American League have won most finals. We can conclude that they have won 377 versus National League only or 315. Now we're gonna see the capstone project that was made in Kaggle. We can start. I select the global superstore. We can see here the data. There was then the first step was the data conversion and cleaning, converting some dates to daytime, some numbers to float. I have to stripe some white spaces, eliminate some columns. There was some missing values. So after that, we can see here that all the columns have the same number. And then performing the feature engineering, columns for just years and month. Added a column of just month because I had one column for a year already. And make some calculations to derive the gross margin from profit and sales, which have here the new data. Then I did some aggregation to estimate the top bottom 10 states by total profit, the category gross margin, and the customer lifetime value. And then did some graphs to analyze and see some insights. We can see the monthly gross margin by month. So this graph shows that the months with more profit are in the second half of the year, especially in September. This could be after summer. The sales of the superstore starts increasing due to back to school, the holidays, etc. Then the total sales by category. The category with more sales is the technology, following by furniture. That means that there is a high demand on electronics. Sales by market. This graph shows that the market with more sales is Asia Pacific, following by Europe. And then I did a correlation heat map for global superstore data. We can see on this graph that there is a correlation between sales and profit, which is expected. Also, there is a relationship between sales and the quantity, which makes sense because the more quantity is sold, there is more sales. Thank you.